What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here in Magnificent Koga. Today we are doing another Raleigh Durham International Airport update. This time I've actually got some new model airplanes, so I decided to add them in for this month's update alongside this month's retro update. So anyways, let's get started. Right here we got a Breeze Airways Airbus A220 that is getting ready to take off to Fort Lauderdale. Right here at the gate we got an Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 8. This just arrived in from Seattle. Right here we got a Southwest Airlines 737-700 with no winglets. Now, this will be pushing out shortly to Nashville. Right here we got a Southwest Airlines 737-700 with the winglets this time. This just arrived in from Baltimore and will be pushing out to Orlando. Skipping the empty gate where the Breeze Airways plane pushed out of, we got a Sun Country 737-800 that just arrived in from Minneapolis and will be headed back later. For our final plane of Terminal 1, we've got an Avelo Airlines 737-700 that just arrived in from New Haven and will be headed to Nassau later. Right here we got an Air France 777-200 at the runway getting ready to take off to Paris Charles de Gaulle. Right here we got a Delta Airlines Airbus A321 that will be waiting for takeoff for the Air France and will be headed out for Seattle. Up next we've got a WestJet 737-700 that will be headed out for Calgary. Here's a rare spotting of an Aer Lingus Airbus A330. This will be headed out for Orlando later today. It got diverted here to Raleigh due to an engine failure. Right here we got a JetBlue Airlines Airbus A320 that will be pushing out shortly to Boston. Right here you have an American Airlines E190 here. This just arrived in from Ronald Reagan and will be headed out for New York LaGuardia. Here we got an American Airlines Embraer E145. We all know where these head out to. This is headed out for Charlotte. Right here we got an Iceland Air 737 MAX 8 that just arrived in from Reykjavik and will be headed out back there later. Right there is the empty gate where the WestJet pushed out of, and that's where the Aer Lingus plane will be headed for. Right here we got a Copa Airlines 737-700 here. Now this will be headed out shortly for Panama. Right here we got an American Airlines 737-800 here. This just arrived in from Chicago O'Hare and will be headed out for Austin. Right here we got an Airbus A321 of American Airlines. This just arrived in from Los Angeles and will be headed out for Charlotte. Right here with the last plane of the American Airlines concourse, we've got an American Airlines 737-800 in the classic livery. This will be pushing out for Los Angeles. Here with one of my new models, I got a Delta Airlines 757 here that's pushing out for Atlanta. Right here is a Delta Airlines 737-800 here of Delta Airlines. Just arrived in from Salt Lake City and will be pushing out for Detroit. Right here we got a Delta Airlines Airbus A319 that just arrived in from Orlando and will be pushing out from Minneapolis. Right here we got a United Airlines 737-700 here that just arrived in from San Francisco and will be pushing out for Newark Liberty Airport. Right here we got a United Airlines Embraer E170 here that just arrived in from Washington Dulles and will be headed out for Houston. Here we got a Frontier Airlines Airbus A320 with a shark on the tail. This will be headed out for Tampa. Here we got a Delta Airlines Embraer E175 that just arrived in from New York LaGuardia and will be headed out for Ronald Reagan. Here we got an Air Canada CRJ 700 here. We'll be pushing out shortly for Toronto. For our last three planes of the day, we're here at the cargo terminal. Yes, I haven't done this in a while. Right here we got a FedEx 757 that will be pushing out for Memphis. Right here we got a UPS McDonnell Douglas MD-11 that just arrived in from Louisville. And finally is my favorite model here, my UPS McDonnell Douglas MD-11 here. We'll be pushing out also for Louisville. So basically this plane is going to the destination where the other MD-11 came from. So there you guys have it for today's update. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.